What's up, guys? Pyromaniac720 here, and I have for you today Game 2 of my top 8 set versus Michael Lanzano, aka Jivetime. So Game 1 was really close, really good match. I got a lot of good information, like his crest being Rocky Helmet and his Heatran being Life Orb, which is really useful to know. Also, that his Kangaskhan has Fake Out is nice to know. So he right off the bat leads Kangaskhan and Zapdos, and I lead Shiftry and Nidoking. So Nidoking is new to this team, and I like it because physical Nidoking beats Heatran and Sylveon, which my team struggles with. So Kangaskhan goes for the Fake Out onto the Nidoking, which is fine. And I believe we just trade Fake Outs here, which I'm fine with. He was probably going for the Tailwind, and also I noticed that I moved before him, which I kind of expected because my Nidoking's max speed adamant, and most Zapdos are pretty slow and bulky, or not slow, but not investing in speed. So I switch in. I know he's going to Tailwind for sure here with the Zapdos, so I switch in my Salmon so that my Shiftry can survive the Double Edge and set up its own Tailwind. And it looked like I was going to survive, but then the second hit crits me, which really put me in a bad position because now I have to stall 3 turns of Tailwind with a Kangaskhan on the field and a Zapdos presumably with HP Ice. So things are not looking good for this game. So I sent in Sylveon. Notice I opted not to bring the Sun this match. So I'm going to go with all my Salamence, of course. I almost switched out Salamence, but so he goes for the Double Edge onto Sylveon, and my Sylveon's really bulky, as you can see, and it takes that Double Edge. Even though it's -1 Double Edge, still takes it pretty well. And he actually doubled into the Sylveon spot, which is a pretty smart move. But I'm able to take both attacks, and I go for the Rock Slide here, which brings Zapdos. It just brought it down too much. If I had just done a little less damage, I would have activated the. I wouldn't have activated the Stitch Berry, and then this Hyper Voice would have knocked him out. But it does knock out the Kangaskhan, which is nice. But Zapdos just barely survives, which is so annoying. As Landorus comes in, so I know he's just going to HP Ice me, and there's really nothing I can do to stop it. Pretty much at this point, I need to hope that he misses Rock Slide, and I assume I have to hope he goes for Rock Slide on Sylveon and then misses, and then I hit him with another Hyper Voice. So I just switch a Nidoking here, pretty much to sack it. But he ends up hitting the Rock Slide on Sylveon, which sucks. I also switched a Nidoking on the off chance that he didn't have HP Ice, maybe he had Thunderbolt instead. But he did have the HP Ice, and he's able to pick up the KO onto my Nidoking. So now it's down to my Salamence versus his Nidoking and his Landorus and Zapdos. So I basically have to stall out Tailwind and then just go for Flinch Hacks from here. And Tailwind's not so bad to stall out because there's only one turn left, so I had to do one Protect. But he goes for the Roost of the Zapdos, which is a really, really smart play. But Tailwind does peter out, so I'm pretty much praying for some Flinch Hacks here at this point. Mostly I want to flinch the Zapdos. Basically, my only hope was to flinch the Zapdos, and then I could have Rock Slided again, and then I could have Double Edged the Landorus the following turn. But he, just sets up Tailwind, really smart move, very safe play. And then next turn he can just Rock Slide and HP Ice me for the win. So really, actually, it's pretty funny the fact that he didn't bring Heatran the one time I didn't bring Ninetales. That's one of the reasons I didn't bring Ninetales, just because I wanted a better way to beat the Heatran, which is why I brought Nidoking. But so yeah, so we're now tied 1-1 in the set. So stay tuned for an epic Game 3.